business.
Now we're in business. Everyone's got headphones.
We have overcome some technical difficulties that we had last week to provide for you the show from this week.
Yes.
We are the Sad Dads Club podcast. And
I am Foo.
And I am Jim, and we got this almost silent but deadly Datas over here too.
You never know when he might strike.
But last week was a snafu of epic proportions that made us re-record a show that we didn't want to re-record.
Right.
Sadly. But we have taken steps. We have taken steps to ensure that should we ever lose our digital recording on the Mac,
right,
that we can recover. So
did you go with Geico or did you go with
State Farm? Some random Chinese cable company?
Whoever it was on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yes.
I love those insurance guys.
Right.
Which oddly was kind of cool because one of those deliveries was an Amazon key delivery. We talked about this a little bit.
Yes. So I told Venus that you did it. She's
like,
well, what is that? And
we have a Chamberlain MyQ at my house, which is a smart garage door opener controller, so we can control the garage door remotely from our phones, which has come in handy several times when people have needed to get in our house and we weren't home.
Right.
But in this case, Amazon has a thing called Amazon Key, and most people would know it because they talked about it when it initially came out, that Amazon could open your front door if you had the right lock.
Right.
Put your package in your house and then close the door and then relock it.
Right.
In this case, Amazon Key also supports now the MyQ thing. So that means that Amazon can come into my house if it's an Amazon Key delivery. They can open my garage door, put the package inside, and then close the garage door.
Right.
Which is pretty coal.
Right.
Because,
I think
shit.
I think they had advertised it, yes, with the UPS person getting in, opening the front door and like setting it right there.
Yeah.
I think
that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because the Amazon app will give you, or the Key app will give you an alert that the driver is about to deliver to you.
Right.
Like right before he comes and walks up your driveway. And so I tried it because I knew I was going to be home.
Right.
I get the notification on my phone and I run out to the front of the house and I look out the window and sure enough, there he is, and I can hear all of a sudden my garage door go up, and I'm like, oh shit, that dude is putting my package in the garage, and then you hear the door, the MyQ beeps, so if anyone's in the garage, they know to get the F out of the way of the door because it's going to go down. So it beeps for a second and then goes down. Then you hear it beeping, and then the door go down, and then he walks off to his car and leaves. And it was really cool because now you can defeat the porch pirate motherfuckers that are stealing shit off people's porches.
Right. Fuck those guys.
Fuck those guys.
And gals. I've seen women doing it too.
Yeah, and probably some aliens.
Yeah.
But then this overwhelming sense of dirty comes over you, like that guy can come right into the house or rummage through your garage or whatever.
Yes.
If you don't have their door to the house locked.
Right.
And I know these people are supposed to be vetted, but
right.
There's always pieces of shit.
You know what I mean?
And if you have any sort of anxiety about, the theft part of it completely aside.
Yeah.
The opening yourself up to the judgment of someone who's going to have full view.
Oh, look at this motherfucker's dirty ass garage.
Wow, hoarder.
Exactly.
Right? So if you're not, I would find myself, like, well, if that's going to happen, I got to clean my shit because the Amazon guy's going to be here today.
I'm not worried about that. And in fact, I thought he might think it was weird because both the cars were in the garage.
Right.
So it's like he probably opened up the door to find two cars in the garage and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because really the whole thing about the key is like if you're not home, that's what it's for.
Right.
But we were home, and I thought that was a little.
Now,
bit
have
weird.
you ever been home prior to this?
Yeah.
Actually, let me circle back. Is the Key app another app
Yeah.
separate from the Amazon?
It's called
Prime?
Amazon Key.
See, so for me, that's like 3 or 4 apps because there's an Amazon Prime Video.
Yeah,
There's an Amazon Shopper.
Amazon, just the Amazon app.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
there's a third one.
Amazon Music.
Right, I don't
Oh,
have that though,
I
but
don't
yes, you're right. And then, so then there would be this.
Amazon Key is what is the app that they use to
Like, listen,
provide.
you got to
the
be able
access.
to consolidate some of that shit. I don't need another fucking icon on my.
Well, it is kind of weird they don't do it right in the Amazon
Right.
app itself.
Right.
Although
now I could understand them outsourcing it if it was a completely third-party thing. Like you have to
Yeah.
go outside Amazon if you have any of their store cards. But you know, come on.
Do you guys think the Amazon
mean,
app
it's
is
okay.
kinda,
It's
kinda
okay.
janky?
Yeah, I know. I just like a clean, tidy desktop.
Oh, I know
I don't,
you do.
I don't want another fucking icon.
Do you guys think that Amazon app's kind of janky?
I have no problems with it. I just don't
it's-
want another icon.
It's easier to use on the desktop for sure in a browser, but
The
Yeah.
Amazon app is kind of chunky.
well,
It's kind of like
it's probably if you're using an iPad or some larger screen device, probably easier to use there.
I have more problems with Instagram on a non-mobile platform than I do with Amazon. Amazon just works. What was it going to... Oh,
Yeah.
so prior to Key, have you ever been home and had an Amazon delivery put it in your garage when you're with the garage door open?
Oh, no, because
I have had that happen on multiple occasions.
So they
where if
just-
my garage is open,
yeah,
they will put it right here in front of the door, like when the
that's
RS.
a bit confusing.
It has because the notification doesn't get now. I'm generally always home, so I hear the truck or Jack's bark, so I know someone coming up and down the street. I can just hear that. So when someone doesn't show up to the front door, but then I do get the notification that the delivery has arrived, I'm like, well, fucking.
And
it's
you're
not
looking on the porch.
It's not on the porch.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes we keep like stuff that we're going to deliver to Goodwill, like right here. So it'll get. I mean, you see, there's a couple of cardboard boxes around.
What?
It's like, where is it? Like,
Yeah.
where did it go?
Yeah,
I
Did it
wonder
get
if,
stolen?
I wonder if that was like a precursor to, if given an opportunity as a delivery,
Put it in the garage.
You can put it in the garage as opposed to the front porch. Go with garage.
probably slightly safer to go in the garage than just drop it on the porch, as a theft deterrent type of thing. Although people don't have seem to have a problem busted in your
Right,
garage
I've had
and
someone
taking
steal shit out of the garage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Xander lost a scooter that way.
Oh,
Some fucking fool stole his
a
scooter.
fucking scooter.
and just
yeah.
Come on, man.
The
Those are like
goddamn
40
razor.
bucks at fucking Walmart.
thieves are the worst.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I don't have a smart lock on my front door, so that wasn't an option. The other thing they really want you to have, now that we're talking about this, is when you get that notification, in theory, you're supposed to launch your camera app, and so you can see the driver.
Right.
You can see the door go up, and you can watch them deliver it and watch the door go down and make sure there was no weird shit. Now, while I do have an extra camera at my house,
Right.
it is not what Amazon considers a compatible camera, right?
Right.
So Amazon wants me to buy probably a Ring camera, right?
Right.
Or some Amazon camera. And I don't have one of those. Oh, we're missing that?
That's okay.
It's right there.
That explains that.
Well, yeah, this camera can't sync now, though.
It still has audio.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh, wait. I don't know if it will, though.
Nope. There's no mic on it.
Because it's just hearing silence.
Don't move the camera. Anyway, So I don't have a camera to watch them with other than like my surveillance camera.
Now it has audio.
Does
I can
it?
see it.
Now it'll sync.
It'll still.
If it's in the
Oh,
first like 4 gigs, which I'm sure we still are, it's only been 11 minutes,
it's
then
10.
we should be fine.
Yeah, we're okay.
We'll figure it out.
So
Yeah.
but so I don't have a camera that Amazon considers to be compatible, so I don't have the ability to watch that from the Key app.
Yeah.
So
I've seen a number of those deliveries too from Amazon. I've started to get the inclusion of a snapshot of them putting it on the porch. Well, I think there's still trepidation about the whole concept. I'd have to lean on, even though it like still makes me right. The type of career delivery person that's going to put it all on the line to pull out of the garage the Sunjoe power washer because dude wants some shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be few and far. Something tells me that type of thing is going to get stolen by someone else because perhaps the person didn't forget. But again,
well, also, dude wants to have a job, probably.
Right.
Where is he going to put it in his van, though? And when he gets back to
Right.
his shit,
Right.
why do you have a fucking pressure washer?
And
in
I
there?
put that too. I mean, there's accountability there as the homeowner. Like, if you're going to adopt into something like that, you need to be. It's on you too. Well, yeah. Don't put your wife's jewelry in that carry case next to the fucking door.
I always have my wife's jewelry.
Right. That's why
I'm like, hey, Shannon, will you give me all your jewelry? Because I've got a new storage place right on the side of the door of the garage.
Yeah. Give me all your brooches. We're gonna put them in the case.
Now, one of the things that you can do is apparently you can like tape out a section of the floor or something.
I want to say that was on the video.
Yeah.
I would do that in the garage, no problem.
And then that's where they're supposed to put it, is in that little space.
Put deliveries here.
Yeah. So in theory, you could put it right in the middle so they're not even close to the sides and being tempted, right?
Right.
And then they would put it right in the little square and then close the door and be out.
It doesn't cost anything extra?
No, it's free. Yeah.
Man, if you have the cameras, I would do that. Now, for me, I'm home all the time.
That's the only thing I'm lacking is the camera aspect of it.
You could get one of the solar rings like I have for the back and put it like in your garage and run the solar panels just outside your thing, and you could point it right at your door.
Yeah.
We could just mount one of the...
Or one of your
DVR ones.
Yeah, one of your DVR ones just inside your garage.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that too.
Point it at the door.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be silly in my opinion, silly to dedicate an entire camera, a camera's worth of investment,
right?
For
if you didn't have
Amazon key deliveries that you're only going to get maybe once every few months.
Well, I mean, if you put a camera on your front door,
not everything is key capable.
Right.
Not all the products that you buy you can have delivered with key. So that's something.
Do you have video camera coverage of your garage door?
No.
Do you have full camera coverage of the front of your house?
Yeah.
Look, so you have that. You have it.
Yeah,
you
so
could go through archives and you could get it.
Well, in theory, instead of launching the Key app to look at a camera that I don't have, which that's what you would do, is you would launch the Key app to look at the camera. Instead of doing that, when I get the alert, I could just open my DVR app and look at the live view.
So you have it.
Yeah.
You could do it.
I can't watch what he's doing in the garage, but I can watch what he's doing coming up to the garage and leaving the garage.
I think you're covered, right?
Yeah, so in theory, if he's carrying out a set of Chandler's fucking Volkswagen wheels, right, then I would see him carrying that.
Right. You're not going to get down the driveway with the golf club stuck in his anus. Like something tells me something.
Keister.
Yeah, something happened in the garage.
If he got a golf club stuck in his anus,
yeah,
then
he was sitting on the golf club.
He encountered a real thief in the garage.
Fucking moron.
Yeah. He opened the door and went to deliver, and the other thief went, "Oh, shit, here's a club for your ass."
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Ooh. So,
Someone in a shark suit was doing something in the garage, and he comes running out with his pants around his ankles. Dude had a bad time. How about that delivery?
best delivery yet. I'm not hungry now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. I mean, that's kind of techno stuff is kind of cool, but at the same time,
Techno.
a little bit unnerving about what's actually going to possibly take
So
place.
to tie in that one and then to close it off, you also
That's what
just
she
got
said.
the Ring door cam. How long
Yeah.
have you had it, and what do you think?
Couple of weeks, and I think it's great. I
Yes.
get an alert anytime someone walks in front of the camera, which is only looking at my porch.
Right.
It can't see cars driving up and down the street. And so right now it's my daughter is home from school, so when her boyfriend comes over, she leaves the house to go across the street to watch the cat or whatever it is.
Right.
Motion at your front door, and it's like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
and that's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that, and I've been wanting that for a while.
So you're still probably on unless you've already paid.
I set up the.
Did you?
Yeah, for the year.
I tried to buy you one like a year ago, and Mom told me that you didn't want one.
I like the interface.
Yeah.
It's all intuitive. It's very easy
Yeah.
to set up. The archiving, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Couldn't
Yeah.
figure out how to intercom it, and I'm like, you have to push the green fucking phone button, bro. And he was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I thought it was connecting automatically so that you could talk to them. And
I
didn't realize
those generally have like the intercom stuff. Feels like like the AV are all kind of like. Sometimes it's there, or sometimes the voice is like a perma echo, like a toot-toot echo loop. But
I haven't had that.
most of the time, one way audio, it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Well,
it's weird because when you launch the app and look at the live view, you can hear them. They can't hear you.
Yeah.
And you can say stuff to them, but it's weird how it's pretty quiet coming out of the ring.
We don't give
the
your
ringtone.
trees to you Boy Scouts anymore. Pull your pants up around your ankles. Yeah, fucking heathens.
How low are your pants if you have to pull them up to your ankles?
Yeah, that's too low.
You're virtually not wearing them.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
There's a good chance you might not be wearing pants at all.
Yeah.
right. That's why I get confused.
So yeah, I actually really, really like the ring. One of the concerns I had about it was the doorbell is not facing out from the door. It's on the side of the door.
Okay.
And it comes with a bracket that turns the rings slightly.
Okay.
So that was one of the things I was worried about. I was like, well, if I put a ring, like it's just looking at the wall on the other side, I'll see the people, but the main view would just be the wall on the other side, which is what it is, but it's angled out more.
Yeah.
So it's angled away from the door, which is kind of cool. But they give you a bracket that you can install with the angle on it, which I thought was cool.
I really like those products.
Yeah. And easy to put in.
Yep.
Really easy to put in.
Yep.
A little more challenging is I got also an Ecobee thermostat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and one of the things that it requires is a C wire. You got all those wires back there.
Yeah.
There's a C wire, which is a constant power wire.
Okay.
So you go through I'm looking at the installation manual, and it says, "Do you have a C wire?" And if you do, go to this page, and if you don't, go to this page.
Okay.
So they're totally separate installations. And I pull the old thermostat off, and I'm looking at no C wire. Oh crap!
Oh, interesting.
Well, I realize also that the wire bundle that's coming out of the wall has an extra wire that's just been wrapped around and it's just sitting there. And I go, okay. So then one of the things they want you to do is they give you this power pack wire thing.
Okay.
And they want you to go up in the attic to the unit and pull the panels off and find where all the thermostat wires are connected to the control box.
Okay.
And then you wire this power unit into there, and then it provides power to the Ecobee without the C wire.
Okay.
Well, I go up there, and when I pull all the panels off and find them, the wires that I need, there's that blue extra wire up there also.
Yeah.
And on the panel is a C connector.
Oh.
So I just took the blue wire, stripped it off, put it in the C, went downstairs. Now that blue one is now my C wire.
Oh.
And then, bam, it just worked like
I
a
was going
champ.
to say, was step 3 take the B back and get an S?
No. But, that thing, I really like that too.
Yeah, I like... We've had the original Nest for years. And the ability for it to go into like the... as a data intake guy... for it to has like the temperature learning curves where it'll, put you on a power save mode where we'll try and hit the average set of temperatures that you have come by and like, oh, it needs to be cooler or heat it up. To the energy savings involved in like the learning.
Did you see the energy savings? Was that a noticeable thing for you?
It's hard.
It seems like you got to use your air conditioner the same amount to cool your house off.
It wasn't drastic the first set. Like the first couple years, it wasn't drastic because I don't think the learning algorithms were, and it didn't have.
So as it's gone through updates,
yes, the first set of years with it didn't have a circulate air feature as part of the mitigating the temperature spikes.
So just a fan.
It was like on off, and we'll find your patterns and turn the air on or off relative to when you want it to be cool. Now it does like the air circulation to help keep the temperature more level instead of letting it heat all the way up and then needing to drop it down. Mm-hmm. It'll do like almost like a janky house fan.
Yeah.
Thing.
Like a whole house fan, but just
right
with the
through
fan.
the fan,
yeah,
but not with the AC on.
House fans are badass.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
It's better, but that's also a software update that came through that wasn't there originally. So having that learning capability has saved money for sure. Could I speak to the actual dollar amount? No. But I do know that we have saved.
I'm curious to see what it does for us.
Yeah.
If anything.
And plus, having that is better than not at all. Like before, it's just a dumb thermostat.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
On, off.
The only thing our thermostat did was tell us when the filter needed to be changed, and even that was janky.
Yeah.
It literally was the temperature.
And most of the times we blow past that anyway because we're idiot.
Yeah.
Sad dad.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. I mean, I try to keep up on that, but I probably change them maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. When it gets really dry, like in the last couple of years, we've had like the really hot, dry weather.
Yeah.
And plus the wind. Then I'm more proactive about it as opposed to years past.
Well, that
the dust
the
seems
pets
to blow.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, all that stuff's fun. I think it's fun. So, I'm curious to see how it works in the long run.
Did you win?
No, I didn't. I got fucked up every time.
You got right.
Have you seen Toy Story 4 yet?
No, I'm on the fence about that one because I don't know.
What, you don't want to see Sporky?
God. So speaking of Toy Story 4, so I saw an article, it being Toy Story the original being the first full-length animated movie.
Yes.
I saw some still shots of them comparing the original Toy Story, the dog, the pit bull-ish, looked like a Target dog
or something.
It was just the dog laying at the base of the stairs juxtaposed against the cat that's apparently in the new one, and it's night and day.
The render ability is
it's nuts. And the fidelity is nuts, and you're like, oh, how far we've come.
Yes.
And it's the same story. It's the same characters. Just amazing. Just
I
amazing.
I saw it last night.
Did you?
No, I remember when the first Toy Story came out, and I'm watching trailers for it on TV and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, I want to see that. That looks insane.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, what? That's dumb.
Was that what you got? Did you all go?
No,
it was me and Ashley.
Oh no, but this is on the original Toy Story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And my wife's like, no, that looks dumb. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Well, at the time, she was working for a local TV station. And she got tickets. She's like, well, I can get these tickets for that Toy Story. Oh, hell yeah, I want to go see that movie. So we ended up going to see it for free.
Oh.
For the premiere at for the station. And Shan absolutely ended up loving it after first like going, that looks so dumb and like some dumb kids movie kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I just thought that I always think that's hilarious that she was like, nah, you know, that looks stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I totally want to see it, you know.
Yeah.
And that just still just cracks me up.
Are you gonna go see it?
That's our intent. Yeah, we were looking for tickets actually for next Tuesday. And she was having trouble finding showings on Tuesday for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, like at our local theater here.
What did you think
of the movie?
Yeah.
I thought it was great, but I don't know. I mean, it's not classic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
So the characters in it, like the OG characters.
If you ruin any part of this movie, I'm gonna fucking use this to tear out your fingernails.
It seems like a lot of the characters that you'd want to hear things from have little to no lines in the whole movie. Like Rex has maybe 2 lines.
Rex is the
T-Rex.
Oh.
Yes. And 2 lines is being generous.
2 lines. That sounds like a rapper.
Yeah. 2 lines, 2 nuts. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that guy. 2 lines.
2 lines.
Yeah.
2 nuts. We actually, speaking of movies.
Yeah, are you going to
go? Probably not.
Oh.
We went and saw the re-release of Endgame.
Oh, really?
Last night, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Blue Oaks?
Now, the re-release, is this something different?
Century.
Over
Olympus Point. Olympus Point.
Is it something, there's something different about it?
Everything came so fast and furious. They were supposed to be releasing a version that had unseen footage.
But you didn't seem like you.
But that was not in the showing that we saw. But they did a re-release for this week.
Basically, just re-release the movie again.
Right. I think they're definitely trying to curb stomp Avatar. And gross. They were like within tens of thousands of dollars of avatars without having their second rerun. And so this week started their rerun, and now I think it's just throttled down pub stomp.
So does that count towards?
Yes, because Avatar and Titanic both had re-releases in the theater. So Titanic,
so whatever the total is after the re-release.
Now they're all on par with each other as far as who's gotten re-release. So Endgame almost beat Avatar without needing a re-release.
Oh, I see. So Avatar's total includes a re-release.
Yes.
And they were within tens of thousands without a re-release.
Yes.
Yeah, might as well just re-release it. You're going to...
Yeah, let's get it.
That's a lot
but
of money,
I did
man.
go into it thinking that there was unseen footage.
I thought I read that there was.
There was. I don't know if it's coming later.
Oh.
But when I looked at tickets for the re-release, there were plenty last night and tonight, but the further it got in the week, the less showings were available because I think they were starting to run into new released movies coming over the weekend.
Yeah.
So they weren't offering up the theaters, the screens.
Is that the reason why movies run so short now in theater, because there's more new movies that come out?
I don't know.
Because it doesn't seem like there are that many new good movies that are coming out.
I think this year's been hot for movies. It feels like...
But didn't it
And then we got Spider-Man coming up, too. They might be doing it for Spider-Man, too.
But back in the day, it seemed like movies ran for a couple months.
There's another Spider-Man coming out?
Yeah. Like the middle of July, Far From Home comes out.
How is there that many movies about Spider guy?
Well, because he gets around. He's a spider.
Yeah, the dude sells.
You got more legs. You can get around a little quicker.
Tom Holland slays that shit.
Is he good?
You haven't seen the Homecoming? Spider-Man Homecoming?
What's that?
You pissing me off right now.
No, I haven't.
You see my face?
It's
the best Spider-Man. Did you see the cartoon one?
Stop looking at me like that.
I will. Fuck.
Now I'm concerned.
The cartoon one?
Yeah, no. What's
Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, I saw that. That was it. That was all I saw.
The original, the Spider-Man Homecoming with Tom Holland is just as good.
When did that come out?
2.5, 3 years ago.
Didn't see it. I didn't. I don't.
It's a good Spider-Man.
Okay.
I'm not a. God, I wasn't really a fan of the Tobey Maguire ones.
I thought that was. I watched that.
They were okay. Tom Holland is the best live-action Spider-Man to date.
I don't even think I know who Tom Holland is.
Well, have you seen?
Is he from Germany?
Any of the Avengers movies?
Who?
You both are pissing me off.
Are you talking about the Dodge Avenger, the car?
Oh,
I've seen those.
Right about now.
I've seen those.
Funk Soul Brother.
I think they don't make those anymore, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped making those years.
That's the one with the guys that transform into robots, right?
I think
Yeah,
I've seen
more
a couple
than
of them
meets
with
the eye.
Autobots.
Yeah, Optimus Prime.
Stickers.
Autobots.
Transform and roll out.
Roll out.
Anyway. So, yes, we saw that last night.
The Decepticons.
'Cause
Sorry.
we're fans.
That was for Don. Hi, Don.
Hey, Don.
Hashtag hi, Don.
Hashtag hi, Don.
Anyway.
Don Clement.
Clement.
Clement or Clement?
Chlamydia?
Chlamydia?
Chlamydia.
Whoa.
Don Chlamydia from the dance studio. Chlamydia. I'm going to call him that from now on. I like that. Chlamydia. Anyway.
He's going to love it.
So, no, I haven't seen...
I'm sure he's going to be like,
fuck yeah, Jim.
Thanks,
You're
guys.
Well, it's that or gonorrhea. Don Gonorrhea. That sounds actually like a mob boss. I'm Don Gonorrhea. Sorry.
If you need...
Hey,
Hey,
what do you need from me?
yeah, do you need some black market toothpaste?
Hey, Don Gonorrhea.
Yeah. I got all of your used Honda Civics that you might need.
We just knocked off a whole truck full of
Come on down
radios.
to Don Gonorrhea's used car emporium.
That's right.
Jesus.
We just knocked off a truck full of paper towels. You need some paper towels? Come down to Don Gonorrhea's. Anyway. Yeah. No, so I haven't seen anything past those Spider-Man. The Tobey Maguire ones?
Yes.
Is that his name? That feels like a movie
Yes,
name.
Tobey Maguire.
Toby Mabobi?
So I haven't seen any of the newer
And
ones.
I'm
Other
trying
than
to-
the Spider-Verse one. That was a good, very good.
Yes.
Because, yeah, that was
Dude,
really
that
good.
dog needs to fuck off.
Yeah, you can't do the schnauzer that's on the fence, which is still hanging on by the chain.
Oh, yeah.
It's like just gimped over even further, but it's still hanging on by the chain.
So here's
'Cause
what
we-
I thought was funny.
Because
is
over the
you-
weekend we stained the fence.
I know. You
saw
posted a picture of staining the fence that's not even yours that you put up. That's
I guess
not
if it's
even
yours now, fuck it.
I guess it's your fence.
Oh yeah, I gotta take care of that shit. I don't want to do it again. I gotta take care of that wood.
You're like, hey, lady.
Did you see the middle
I'm gonna
finger that my
replace your
wife
fence.
slipped in?
Oh,
No.
I did see that.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
wondering if that was intentional.
Oh yeah,
I didn't notice
she
that.
doesn't flip the bird unless it's intentional. Oh yeah, she meant every.
Where was she flipping the camera?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's like shit-eating grin, like I'm just get in there and fake it, like you're doing it right now because she was.
Was that even her in the picture?
Yeah, she was doing slats that were way down. I'm like, I don't want you can't see you. Just come down and just put your brush on the fence. And she does one of these.
I actually, that's
Asshole
funny that
grin.
I actually noticed it.
Yes.
Where was that picture posted?
My Twitter?
Come on.
You don't have a Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Come on now.
It was a huge old thread, too. Wait, no, it wasn't. It was chore day or some, hashtag chores or paint the fence, some shit.
What's your?
I don't remember my hashtags. Feed the foo.
That's right. I need to see the picture. Fuck, there it is. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? How am I missing? I didn't even see any of these pictures that you posted of the new table.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter.
Episode 40.
Is this the first episode of it?
Yes.
Is
episode 40
voyage?
of the table. Yes.
Okay.
Maiden table.
Speaking of that, Fu has outdone himself. He went above and beyond and built us a custom
We'll tweet pictures.
podcast table.
That is getting buzzed because you're liking photos.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I got a smartwatch.
But he built
like e-ink display.
He built a custom podcast table for us, which is insane. I mean, like, took a piece of wood, and I don't even know what you did to it.
Got the router out, and that's not.
Oh yeah. So the wood, if you remember from years back, is actually from Dirty Water Brad. It was wood that when he had to move out of his house, it was a sheet of hickory plywood.
Yes.
And it has been sitting. I had to cut it in half because it was so long that it was taking.
Fucking hate long wood, man.
So I wanted a table,
especially in your butt.
That's the worst.
I wanted a table that we could actually put better. You fucking dirty dogs. In the butt.
He likes more girthy than long.
I need it thick like a Pepsi can.
Okay.
That's right.
I see
Tear
you.
me up.
I see you.
I see you. Anyway. Now, okay, before you move on.
Okay.
This picture of the fence.
Yes.
I distinctly remember looking at this picture. I'm like, oh, they're all working. And then I was like, who is that on the end? Didn't even realize it was Venus. Thought it was one of your daughter's friends.
Oh.
Literally. Oh, he got one of the other kids to help.
Oh, I got more child labor?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm looking at it like right now going, oh, I should have known.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so it was this really long piece of wood.
So I wanted to, because the big old plastic table was starting to get problematic with the clamps.
Yeah.
It was giving way, and we were fighting the. Plus, it was longer than we needed it to be.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God.
it was an excuse to keep me. Saturday I had work, so it was an excuse to get me out of the chair.
Yeah.
Sunday. And do something with tools.
And his hands.
And my hands. So I cut the piece into a circle.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
beautiful.
Went and finished it. It's
you did a nice job.
I had a good time.
There are holes for cables. There are boxes for our mic stands. We have room.
Yeah, plenty of room.
It smells like.
Right. And it all breaks down so that way it's not something that's, if we need to put it somewhere in the garage, it's not taking up a whole bunch of space.
See this right here?
Yes.
This needs to be on the other side.
Probably.
This doesn't have anything
to do with the
table.
Your eyeball.
No.
Yeah, it's in my shot and I can tell.
Oh, well, I've got one too. I guess I would move mine over and come it back across. But it's not in the route for the camera.
No, for you.
But seeing you, I'm just defocusing.
I keep hiding
buddy.
Behind it.
It's like a tree. Hey, buddy.
I'm hiding behind
Can you see me? I can see you.
I can see you.
Hey, savage.
Oh, gosh. Here's a spider.
Kill it.
Put it on Chandler's
Oh,
arm.
fuck, dude.
Hashtag hi, Argonaut.
Shit balls. I got killed in that amount of time, god damn
it. He did not like the fact that I just put a spider on his hand.
There's a spider on my hand.
Here's a funny story.
Okay.
I know we're breaking loose from the table a bit, but here's a funny story.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, I go into the bathroom in the water closet with the toilet to take a leak.
Okay.
Flip on the light, take a leak. As I'm peeing, I just kind of look up like this, and literally there's a spider this big hanging from the fan light.
Ooh, boy.
Right above my head. I mean, we're literally talking at minimum probably 6 to 8 inches above my head. And I go, oh, shit. And he sees me and starts crawling back up his thread.
Right.
And I finish up, and I run out to the garage to get a broom, and I come back, and he is already into the fan shit.
Dude, now I'm itchy all over.
I flipped the fan on, and I just brushed the shit out of it. And now every time I go to pee in there, I look up there like, where are you?
Oh,
because I think he's coming back.
He's laid eggs for sure, bro. His roots are fucking...
Yeah. No,
that is not cool, dude.
He is safe.
To all the fucking spiders out there, okay? I just need to get this out off my chest. You don't hang over a man who's pissing's head like that. That's not cool.
I need you to get under my foot.
So,
or I will find you.
Yeah. Oh man.
And I will kill you.
Yeah, I mean, I brushed the shit out, and I flipped the fan on, so I'm hoping like the vent fan just sucked them up.
Damn it.
And maybe he's making webs up in the tube.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you notice,
he's biding his time.
If you notice that Data is not really that engaged in the show, if you want to know why, it's because he's playing
PUBG
on his Mac.
And trying to hatch grenades in his own anus.
Yeah.
Hit the deck! I think that he purposely pulls his own pins, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to land over here. I want you to put grenades up in me.
Hey, will you put some anal lube on that grenade? Because I'm going to jump on it with my ass.
I'm just going to get out of the Jeep.
Set it up right real quick. Why is that? Oh, jump.
Oh. Anyway, sorry.
I think Food needs to get this game so we can just have one whole episode of us just fucking raging at this game.
God, I haven't played that in a while.
But kudos to you on the table. It's very well done. Very well done.
Part of it, when I was making the boxes that we use for the mic mounts.
Yeah.
The neighbor lady had
gonorrhea.
I know. I'm trying to think of the name of the food delivery service.
Postmates. DoorDash.
Food Jets.
Oh,
from Rayleigh's.
Look at Data's with the
gentleman pulled up into the driveway.
Your driveway?
The lady's driveway. And I was just using so the felt that's on there is like a formaldehyde. It's like a cosplay glue. It's sticky as.
So is it sticky already? Like
Yeah.
you have to pull a backing off of it?
No,
or you have to spray it?
It's in a can, so it's like a.
It's in your can.
It's like a rubber cement kind of thing. But it is
smelly.
Yes, it's
all right.
Fumy. So the garage door is open.
Yeah, and you're high as fuck.
I need to. I have to backtrack. So. Yeah.
I got high as fuck.
Oh yeah. There's no way to get around it. That shit is potent.
Okay.
Potent.
Dirty.
All right.
Earlier in the morning, and when I'm sanding the table, this amount of dust, and it wasn't really. It was just thick dust, a lot of dust. So what I had done is I'd set up the sprinkler in the driveway to get the driveway wet. So it creates a draft out of the garage, and it pulls the dust out of the garage as I'm sanding, plus the wet floor,
and also
will help settle the.
You're helping your concrete to grow.
Oh well, I'm getting there.
Oh shit!
So the driveway is wet. There's a sprinkler on it. I'm not letting it run the entire time, but in this specific segment,
it's running.
It's running. I'm sanding. Venus had just come out. I'm taking a break. I just turn off the sander. Car pulls down the road here, stops at the driveway. Guy rolls down his window, and he goes, "Hey, you know that shit's not gonna grow, right? And it's not gonna stay wet." And Venus turns around, and I'm facing the driveway, and we kind of like have like a
dumbfounded.
That's actually a good
it's like. Yeah, and so he's got a dog in the car, and then he just backs up and he, visits the house down the thing.
Oh, so he was the delivery guy?
No.
Oh,
so I had to backtrack my story because that was important to the thing.
All right,
where I'm getting. So, the obviously I'm not wasting water, but there's method to the madness, right?
So was that dude just being funny? Haha. Do you think?
I'm hoping.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
All right.
So. The Food Jets guy is an older gentleman, a retiree, probably plus than 65 plus.
You know that dude's had gonorrhea at some time.
Probably.
Oh my God.
He had an awesome handlebar. So he delivers a grocery. So I'm in here and I'm kind of just eyeballing, but passively watching as he delivers groceries to the neighbor lady. He gets back to the trunk of his car. Keep in mind the fumes from the glue is wafting out, and I kind of like looking but not making eye contact. He gets to his trunk and he looks back across the road and hey, how you doing? And pretty good. How you doing? Just cordial greeting stuff. Sure. And he walks over and he's like, you doing okay over there?
That guy's fucked up.
That dude is fucked.
You got a meth lab behind your house, buddy?
Are you cooking? No. So he comes across and he's like, well, you don't see very many people these nowadays dealing with stuff like that anymore. And I went, yeah. He's like, well, what are you building?
Oh, that's cool.
And he got across, and I had seen that he was older. And obviously there's sawdust and the fumes and whatnot. So I meet him outside the garage, and I said, well, I'm building a piece of furniture. I'm building a table. He's like, oh, it's like, at this point it wasn't finished. It didn't have the stain. Yeah. And I'm trying to dodge whether or not he would understand if I said a podcast table. So I'm like, it's a table for me and my buddy. We do like interviews. Do you know podcasting? And he said yes, but I didn't really know if he understood what it was. Mm-hmm.
He's probably heard the
but
word.
We were picking each other's brains more about the woodworking.
I'm glad it was brains, not butts or something.
Yeah. This is gonna get real awkward here, son. And I said, well, it's better than sitting inside at a computer desk. And he's like, oh yeah. And we started talking about cars. He's like, these cars nowadays, you just don't see people wrenching on cars or woodworking or any of that stuff now. And I'm like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. He's like, these cars are fancy and whatnot, and you can't fault them, but. And I said, there's just something about a car that has a carburetor, not a throttle body. And he goes, I like you. And I went, I know, I got a 72 in the back. There ain't nothing computer about that thing. He's like, right. He worked on the railroad here at Roseville.
Oh.
And he's retired.
Yeah.
And he was just last weekend, he said he was working on a fifth wheel using the same type of glue. And he's like, at least you had the ventilation. I was sitting in the back of that motorhome, and I came out there looking like I was 3 sheets fucking drunk.
Yeah, that will fuck you up.
So, it was, I had an amazing conversation with the gentleman that was probably 25 plus years of me, and it was like a homie. And I was telling Venus later, I'm like, I feel sometimes that I'm a generation off with like my pastimes in some cases. Like a guy I had never met but retired, understood some of like the paintings that I feel like when I go up to my dad's house, I'm just spending time in a pasture or in a dirt or digging or woodworking. This guy, without having met him, we had a blue collar connection.
There aren't many people. Gosh, there aren't that many people around here. I would say I know of maybe one or two other people, personally, that are into doing woodworking and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a special. My dad's totally into it. I mean, he made me a nice oak cutting board that we use every day, and he built all the furniture in his house at one point.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, there's something to be said for that kind of skill.
Yeah, and we had gone.
Not everybody does it.
We had gone into the weekend with because I worked Saturday, and it was like I could sit and play Destiny with the kids or with Venus or just on my own. But after like the talk that we had about the trip and some of like I feel like there's a little bit more pride in
you're bringing the pride back.
I went, it would be selfish of me to sit. I wouldn't enjoy myself and play video games.
Yeah.
But after work, I'm like, I have materials. I feel like I need to make something and be proud of something.
Yeah.
Not that I would feel bad about playing video games or doing something with the kids. It was like, I'm not gonna. I feel like I need to make something.
Yeah.
We had the wood here. I felt like we needed a real table to build something. To have something better than the plastic table.
The plastic table was dope.
I mean, I'm not complaining about any of it.
Right,
really.
I feel like it's a better solution to what we had. So, and that's what I spent the bulk of Sunday doing, and I feel good about it.
You did a good job.
It's
awesome.
It's pro-y.
It is pro-y.
Yeah.
You're not quite pro, but you're pro-y.
It's better. It'll do the job.
It's pro arena.
Let's do the job.
I mean, just the accounting for the mic stands and that kind of stuff. It's awesome. I mean, and it looks great too. The stain and the finish look really good.
It'll be interesting to see how it holds up.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the blood from Data's fingernails all over the table.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta wood carve our names into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, then I think one of the Piper was like, you need to start putting stickers on it. That was just before I had finished it, and I went, well, no. I'm like, I wouldn't mind putting stickers on the mic boxes. But I'm like, well, now, once I stained it, how gorgeous it
Well, what I want to know is where is the Sad Dad's burn-in logo like you did on the skateboard?
I don't know if I could. Well, I mean, I could strip it and do it.
Oh, with the coating on it.
Yeah, because it would.
What is the coating? Is it Varathane or?
No. Well, so it's got the finishing wax, a finishing wax paste on it, and it's a Dutch oil.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Dutch oil that had like a sealer on it in it. And then I put the paste wax on top of it as like a extra.
It's great.
Yeah.
Honestly, now you hose yourself because your wife wants you to do some furniture for her.
Oh yeah. Well, it is good practice. Like I didn't know how it would cut, and the plywood took some water damage, so in some of the places it didn't sand really thin, and there's nothing really I can do about that because it's like a micro sheet of hickory on top of ply.
Yeah.
So I can't. There's not a lot of stuff to work with as far as sanding.
Yeah,
so you got to
kind of go deep.
Right.
One of the projects I'm doing is a fire pit for the back, which is
Are you
LP tank fire pit though?
Are you?
Yeah. Because part of the reason for the using gas or using propane is that smoke from wood really affects Shanna.
Oh yeah. So you need to have a clean flame.
Yeah, so we're gonna do LP. So I've got me a burner.
Yeah.
I've got all the fittings in between. I need to have an air mixer coming because I need an air mixer.
So do you have LP at the house?
No, we have natural gas at the house, but I'm just going to use like a 20-pound tank
filler. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then make a I don't know what you call them, the sort of like brick.
Is it a prison?
Prison?
Brick? Prison? Is it a prison?
I'm trying to build a prison.
Yeah.
They're trying to build a prison.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever I don't know what you call them.
Fire circle.
Yeah, just the bricks that you build in a
fire
circle.
ring.
Cinder blocks?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean we're gonna make it from whatever shit we buy at the Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever.
We're going to make it out of Milwaukee tools.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that.
Is that a summer project?
Everything. Yeah, I have most everything except the air mixer I'm just waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is that?
And then I have to build a pan that goes underneath the burner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I would need is we're going to fill it with colored glass or whatever.
So a fire pit?
Yeah.
Or like a raised, like the things over at Vernon, like on the city square. It's got the glass. So is it going to have a pit, or is it going to be a flush mount fire?
It'll sit up like yours does.
Oh, okay.
A couple bricks high or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it will, I don't know, it'll have some glass about that deep with the burner buried in it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I love fire pits.
Yeah.
Although I don't have problems with the smoke, so that would be awkward for Shan, but I can see, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind the smoke so much, but, when your wife's allergic or really...
Oh, yeah.
She really has a problem with it, so I'm like, well, we'll just go with propane.
And make one. Where are you going to put it relative to the pool?
Right...
inside the pool.
The pool's... Yeah, it'll float.
At the base of the trunk of one of the trees you need to kill?
It'll float in the pool.
Honey, I just put this ring right around the trunk of this fucking tree.
Oh, that'd be nice just to fucking burn that
Light
thing
it
down.
on fire.
Damn.
I don't know.
Why did I think of that? No, so we have the patio in the back.
Yeah.
And it'll be centered off the back of the patio.
No.
Yeah. I got projects up the wazoo I need to do.
I'm trying to think of what we're going to... Like the rest of the summer projects. We got a lot of backyard cleanup to do.
We still have to finish painting
You have
the
a big
house.
backyard. I imagine it would be difficult to be able to maintain it all.
It's not so bad as the grass we've slowly whittled away from.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of the spa.
Yeah.
Is it broken?
What are you gonna put something in its place?
Her uncle had it's almost like a cedar tub type of spa thing that's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
That seems more like a
cedar planks on the outside.
Yeah, like a pool, a spa pool, but more DIY, which would probably be more conducive to fixing ourselves as well. Like the current one was too big, and the acrylic started to offset, and it has like a very complex motherboard, whatever, to control it all. And it's like, if that goes south, it's like, you know what? If it's just, well, now it's all warped and bent. Hashtag hi Grant and our jet wars.
What did Grant do?
So we used to 57.
Okay.
We'll probably end relative to the story.
Okay.
So we used to, prior to kids, like cigars and spa.
The kids, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
sad dad.
Yeah.
Cigars and spa. So we used to get semi-hammered and then go smoke. The guys would just go sausage fest in the spa.
That doesn't sound right.
And I don't know which one of us did it first, but what we used to do is sit in the four corners of the spa and go back and forward and cause wakes inside the spa.
So you were flexing the spa,
right? And then
housing.
we would get the water moving, and then sitting in a corner, you would then shift your torso so that when the water went away from you, the jet would expose, and you try and hose the dude across from you.
That's great.
Dude,
So you're trying to smoke a fucking cigar. And the whole time you're doing this and a solo cup, and you're like, oh yeah, you ready? You want to take this one to the face, bitch? And then but you've got the four corners are all doing it. So you're trying to gauge whether or not you can get it, and then you and if you could get it to spray the other dude in the face,
yeah, you win.
yeah, it's like, I got your cigar too, haha. And so over time, we essentially warped the acrylic tub because the sheer weight of the water shifting around like that.
And it's hot.
And it's hot.
Yeah. So it's become more malleable.
And I think years passed after we were no longer doing that. Like the tub, I go out there and put the kids in the tub or something. Like, why is the tub? It just doesn't level anymore, and there are spider cracks all over this fucking
my
gosh! And, just. So,
Rip.
Yeah. Anyway.
So is there even water in that thing anymore?
There is, and it's, but we throw the mosquito things in it because we don't take care of it anymore.
Yeah.
But it needs to be disassembled, and then we can either put a tiki bar, in its place with a thing, or like I said, her brother or her uncle has a thing that he's no longer using, and we could double that as a, it won't take an arm and a leg to power to cool it or heat it. And it'll look more our speed. because it's like
your current speed.
Right. And if it gets out of hand, then I'm not.
Your non-cigar smoking, no kids speed.
Yeah, you want to get in there. If it's small enough where it'd be like, well, we're not putting the whole family in here. It's just mom and dad, and haha, f the kids, and then smoke a cigar and solo cup or whatever. And if any spraying to the face is getting done, that's
bonus.
Yeah, that's bonus.
Any spraying with the face is done, it's with a wiener.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh boy,
it's bukkake.
What was it? Oh my gosh, Chris D'Elia in his podcast this week slayed me.
Oh, which part? It was a good one.
One of the comments he made was,
"Oh, imagine
unload the sack into her trachea."
Oh, good.
And I lost it in the car. I was dying laughing.
I thought it was funny how he all of a sudden was just like, we have fucking dicks between our legs. Like, he was like, imagine if you didn't have that, and then all of a sudden you had that. He was like, you would never not be able to think about how you have a dick in between your legs.
Whose camera is that going to? That's going to show up on your camera.
Which one?
Yours.
What?
The lady walking the dog.
Oh,
like full on, like broke her neck watching us.
Did she hear me talking about unloading the sack into a trachea?
Probably, because she maintained full eye contact.
She was like, "Where? I have a trachea."
Yeah.
Is it free?
I'll donate my trachea
How
to the
far
cause.
down the trachea?
Yeah.
Like all the way or partially?
Yeah, I could use some soothing on it.
Yeah.
You have something that you could put on there?
Someone hold my schnauzer.
No, my schnauzer.
No, I'll hold your schnauzer. Your schnitzel with the schnauzer.
No, hold my schnauzer.
Yeah.
No, my schnauzer. I'm not sure. Will you just hold my schnauzer?
Hold it. If she comes back around, well, we should be done by then.
Yeah. We should be done now.
Yeah.
Before we really...
Yeah, now we're good.
Now we're good.
Quick, before the schnitzels and schnauzers start getting into tracheas.
Yeah, we're going to call it quits for this week before we get ourselves into trouble.
Yeah, demonetized.
And then Trump shows up.
Yeah.
He's
overseas.
He's in Japan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, thanks for listening. We had a good time this week.
So. Yeah. We'll catch you next week.
See you next week.